My name is Timothy Blanton. I am an occupational therapy assistant student at Eastern Virginia Career College and a part of the occupational therapy team for you today. I'm here today to assess the range of motion / movement in your neck, arms, legs, and trunk to be sure you're able to do everyday tasks called occupations. Do you have any pain anywhere in your body?
My neck.
In your neck?
Mm-hmm.
If you have pain, or the effort of these movements are too much, just let me know.
Okay.
Are you ready to begin?
Yes.
Okay. To begin, we'll start with your neck. So the first motion being tested is called neck flexion and extension. So touch your chin to your chest. All right, now look up at the ceiling. Then bring your chin back down. Okay, now back to resting position. There you go. All right, next we're going to check neck lateral flexion. So keeping your shoulders still, touch your left ear to your left shoulder. Now come back to the center. Now touch your right ear to your right shoulder. Now back to the center. All right, next we're going to look at neck rotation. So first look to the left. All right, back to the center. And now look to the right. And back to the center. Very good. All right. Next, we're going to look at your upper extremities. So please sit up straight. You're sitting up straight, so you don't need to place a pillow. So first, we're going to look at scapular elevation and depression. So first, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Now push down and relax. Now we're going to look at scapular retraction. So squeeze your shoulder blades together towards your spine. Good, and now back and relax. Okay, next we're going to look at scapular protraction. So roll your shoulders forward towards your chest and bring them back. And then bring them back. There you go, and relax. Next we're going to look at shoulder internal rotation. So place your hands behind your back like you're tucking in a shirt. There you go, and then bring them back. All right, next we're going to look at shoulder external rotation. So place your hands behind your head and neck, like while you're washing your hair, and you can bring them back. Next we're going to look at shoulder abduction and adduction. So place your arms by your side. Now lift your arms out to the side as high as you can, and then bring them back to the return. Very good. All right, next we're going to look at shoulder horizontal abduction and adduction. So cross your arms across your chest by touching the opposite shoulder as if giving yourself a hug. Very well, very good. Now you can go back to the center. Next, we're going to look at elbow flexion and extension. So place your arms at your side. Bend your elbows up, and now straighten them. Very good. Next, we're going to look at forearm supination and pronation. So you have your elbows bent and tuck your elbows at your side. At a 90-degree angle. There you go, and that L shape. So keeping your elbows bent, turn your palms up toward the ceiling, and then turn your palms down towards the floor. And then back to your original position. Very good. All right, so the next thing I'm going to use a pillow for you and put it in your lap. If you could put your arms over it with your wrist, or with your fingers hanging off the side. So first, bend your wrist back, and your fingers are going to be pointing towards the ceiling. So bend the wrist back, and then bring them back down. Very good. So keeping your arms on the pillow and right there, we're going to keep your palms down and keep your shoulders and forearms still while you move your wrists to the left and to the right, like a windshield. There you go. And back to the center. And that's called wrist radial and ulnar deviation. So now we're going to do what's called digit flexion and extension. So rest your arm on the pillow, and with your hand, make a fist, and then straighten your fingers out. Very good. Next, we're going to look at digit abduction and adduction. So spread your fingers apart, and then bring them back together. Very good. All right, next we're going to look at thumb abduction and adduction. So turn your palms up, and then bring your thumb across your palm, touching the base of the small fingers, and then move the thumb out. And next we're going to look at opposition. So touch your thumb to your index finger, the end of it, the thumb to your middle finger then, and then ring finger, and then small to your pinky finger. Very good. Now you go back to normal size. Okay. Next, here I can take a pillow now. Next I will assess the movement in your legs and your feet.
Okay.
So please sit up tall like you're doing. All right. First we're going to look at hip flexion. So using both legs, march in place. Bring your knees up as high as you can. Very good. You can stop. Next we're going to look at hip AB and adduction. So place your knees together and then spread your legs apart and then bring your legs back together, knees together. Very good. Next we're going to look at knee flexion and extension. Now with only one foot. So kick your foot out in front of you and then bend your knee back under the chair as far as you can. Good. Now you can go back to center and do the same with the other leg. So out and then back in under the chair. Good job. And back to it. All right, next we're going to look at ankle dorsiflexion and plantar flexion. So with one foot, keeping the heel on the floor, point your toes towards the ceiling. So you can lift right there and then back to center. And then lift your heel off the floor and point your toes towards the floor. So like there you go. Keep your toes on the floor. There you go. And then do the same with the other ankle. So up and then pressing down on the floor. Make sure you're pressing down into the floor too. There you go. Good job. Back to center. Next, we're going to look at ankle inversion and eversion. So now with one foot, turn your foot in so that you're looking at the arch on the inside of your foot. So here, I can demonstrate for you. That one's a hard one. So with your foot on the ground, turn it in so you're looking at your ankle or your arch of your foot. Good. And then do the opposite. So looking out.
Okay.
And then do the opposite of inversion with eversion, so you're looking at the outside. There you go. And do it with the other ankle. Very good. All right. Almost done. Now I'm going to place a gait belt across you for safety.
Okay.
I'm going to get behind you. Just let me know if it feels too tight or anything like that.
Okay.
Around. Get in behind you. So this first motion we're checking is called hip extension. So first I'm going to get you to stand up.
Okay.
Up. All right. Sure. I'm going to have you turn around and face towards this table right here behind you. Okay. So hold on to the table with your hands. Kick your leg back behind you. And then back. And then with the opposite leg. Very good. All right. So next we're going to look at trunk flexion. So I want you to take a step back away from the table. You can let go of the table. What I'm going to get you to do is bend forward and touch your toes. Very good. And back up. Next, we're going to look at trunk rotation. I will be spotting you from behind and placing my hands on the top of your hips. So cross your arms across your chest. And I want you to turn to the right. And now turn to the left. And back to center. Very good. Next, we're going to look at trunk lateral flexion. I'll continue to stand behind you. I'm placing my arms at your sides now. I want you to lean to the left with your hands at your down beside you, and slide your left hand towards your knee. So start sliding to the left. There you go. Back to center. And then the opposite. Very good. Back to center. Okay, and that's it.
Okay.